Acoustic, and I'm here to talk with Thaddeus Peay.
What's up, bro?
And we're here to talk about the Drumline, which I'm actually very excited to learn about because
right, yeah, me and you go way back.
We actually go really way back.
Way
we used
back
to play drums in fourth grade.
So remember that hot cross buns, man.
Hot cross buns, yeah,
memories,
of course.
Seriously.
So what is Drumline?
The Drumline here at Norristown High School, it's run by Miss Vicky Bloom, our band director. So we basically, it's a group of us, like 8 or 12 of us. We want to grow the line. So we go out to performances. We performed at the Harlem Wizards game, the halftime show. We do play before the pep rally, stuff like that. Like anything that involves like pep or school spirit or anything involved in like the community, we're pretty much at. So.
Okay. So I know the Drumline isn't just, like a good old snare drum.
Yeah, right.
So what type of drums do you have in the Drumline?
We have snare drums, obviously. We have bass drums. We have tenor drums. They're also known as quads.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
that's the one with like all four?
Yep. It can either be 4, 5, or 6. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty cool instrument.
Yeah. So now you have talked about some of the places you performed, such as the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
What were some other places? Because I've known you've been playing for a while. So what are some other places you performed?
I performed at the Canva Jazz Festival in Camden, New Jersey.
Okay. Yeah.
With our jazz band here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Rose. I performed around town. I performed at Riverfront Park, Elmwood Park at the band show, the Powell Center. I mean, obviously, like here at Norristown High School, middle school, like all over pretty much. Wow.
So through these performances, have you guys, I know you guys compete sometimes.
Yeah.
Have you guys won any awards lately?
Yeah. Well, at the Canva Jazz Festival I just performed at,
okay.
I was awarded Outstanding Musician and Outstanding Soloist.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, actually.
Yeah. I got a huge trophy, too. It was really cool.
What'd you say?
I got a huge trophy, so it was really, really
wow.
cool.
That's, how big was it? Like,
it was big. It was bigger than our, like, hey, you did a good job. Here's your participation trophy. It was like
really
about this big.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't expect it. I was like, oh, wow, that's nice, Yeah,
so I know drums have been very important in your life. I know you've been playing for, at least since fourth grade, from what I remember.
Yeah.
How has that impacted your life and impacted the way your relationships with other students?
Drums, it's really impacted my life. I guess it gave me a sense of self, I guess, of who I am. Because in like 5th grade, like middle school, I used to get like bullied a lot. But I felt like when I touched the drum set and I actually played, the kids that bullied me, they had to come to the realization like, hey, this kid is really good. So I mean, they gave me my props, like they gave me like respect. So I feel as though it gave me like a sense of, like it gave me like a lot of confidence, you know what I mean? So like now, I mean, I can play anywhere, play for anyone, like, you know what I mean? So.
Well, yeah, I know you've played for Mr. Norristown, which was an unbelievable performance.
Thanks,
I gotta
man.
say, it was
Thank you.
Very great. And so how did you really get started into music?
Well, like I come from a musical family. So my dad plays the drums, and then my uncle, he sings, plays the drums, he kind of does everything. And then I have like a host of like singers and all that other stuff. So when I was 1, my dad gave me my first drum set.
Oh, wow.
So he was like, all right, boom. So me being a 1-year-old, I'm not really like doing much.
Yeah.
Just pretty much just banging and all that. But I guess as I got older and as I started to like take the drums more seriously, my dad pretty much taught me how to play. And then I started to play in church at the age of 7.
Oh, wow. What church was that?
Well, it's called House of God. It was on 519 East Moore Street in Norristown.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of it.
So I started to play there at like 7 years old. And I wouldn't play like the whole time because my dad would get on. Like, I would play like 2 songs and like he would get on. So, I mean, but it gave me like a lot of experience. Like it taught me how to like play in front of people or whatever and let me be, I guess, free, I guess, to explore and experience what that feeling is like. And then as I've gotten older throughout middle school and like high school and stuff like that, I played in 4th grade. That was like my first official, I guess, drum lesson.
Yeah.
Besides like my dad, so that's where I learned how to like read music for the first time, quarter notes, half notes, etc., half rest and all that other stuff. And then 5th grade, I went to Eisenhower Middle School. Shout out to Mr. Steve Hardball. That man, like, he really taught me how to like just be free, like as far as a drummer. Because without him, I probably wouldn't be the drummer I am today. Like I give him that credit like all the time, because I'll never forget the first time, my first drum lesson like in 5th grade. He was like, does anybody want to play the drum set? So obviously I raised my hand or whatever, and then I was like, I played, and then like the kids in my class was like, okay, like this kid's really good. So like I said, it just gave me like a great sense of confidence. You know what I mean?
Okay,
so then,
yeah.
In 6th grade, I was in like the jazz band Eisenhower too. I think I was I was the youngest member. So I was like playing the drum set or whatever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and in 7th grade, I did like I got a solo every concert. So every concert, like I would get like at least 16 bars or 8 bars. And I would also play for when the choir came up, I guess to sing, and then when the choir came down.
Okay.
So it was just all about just getting better every year. So every time you saw me, you said, you know what, I can tell you've improved. Because like I feel as though like self-improvement as far as like a drummer, that's like the biggest thing. Like you can't say, you know what, I reached my ceiling. Because like with drums, like I've learned this like through the years, like it's so much that I have still yet to learn that I'm ready to learn. You know what I mean? Because I just feel as though that if I just keep constantly improving myself, I think that's when, you know what I mean, that's when like good results will show, you know what I mean?
And I'm glad you talked about improvement, because I really was going to ask you, how has Drumline improved your skills as a drum player? Like how has
it's
really
improved my skills a lot. Because at first, like I didn't really know how to like read music at first, but it's like with Drumline, you're kind of like required to.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm not the best reader of music, so that's why I go home and I study it. Like drumming is more than just taking a pad or sitting on a drum set and playing. You have to actually like study a thing like you would study for like a biology class or like a literature class. You actually have to like study and read the music, because reading music is kind of like reading a sentence. Like if you're like playing something and you stop, like you're not gonna be like, he went there because, and then you know what I mean? You can't just stop in the middle of a sentence and then keep going. Like music, it has to flow. So in order for it to flow, you got to study it. So once you study and you analyze the music, then once you start playing, it'll be easy. You know what I mean? Kind of like poetry.
Yeah. And you also said that drumming's not really just banging on the drums.
No.
And I understand that, you know, you have your drum pad with you.
I do.
Would you like to show us some like drills or anything
Yeah,
that you guys
sure.
go through?
All right, so I mean, I practice a lot of rudiments a lot.
Rudiments, yeah.
Yeah, so like daily, I play paradiddles every day. It's basically just, I play it slow for you, then I eventually speed up. So it's just. And then, you know what I mean? I mean, when I first started out, I didn't play them that fast. I was kind of like.
Well, yeah.
But then once I got the concept, it's only right, left, right, left, right, left, left. And once you keep saying that in your head constantly over and over, it kind of gets like routine, and you can actually like start to play it fast.
It becomes like muscle memory. Almost.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Kind of like you with bowling, you know what I mean?
Let's not talk about that. But yeah, so you said that Drumline has like 8 to 12 people around there.
Yeah.
How is that bond between you guys? Is that been like a really strong bond between you guys?
We're like a family, you know what I mean?
Yeah, family.
Like me being a senior in the group, and like me being a section leader, I kind of want to like, I guess, mentor like the young kids or whatever. So like kind of play like a big brother role to them.
Okay.
And like let them know like if you really like work hard, like you'll really like succeed. Because I know like this kid named Ben, like he's a freshman. Like he's really, really, really talented, and like me and him, like we have like that big brother, little brother relationship because he's a freshman or whatever.
Yeah.
So like I talk to him all the time, like constantly just in his ear, like, look, like if you really work hard, like you can really, really like go somewhere with this. So just stay with it, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. So you said he's a freshman, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So there's no like age requirement for the Drumline at all?
No, not at all, not at all.
So anybody can come out.
Yeah, anybody can.
Now, is it like tryouts for it?
Not really. You know what I mean? Like if you don't know, as long as you have some sense of rhythm, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
and
you
you
mean,
know how to like keep a beat at least, then we can teach you, all right, how to read music, how to hold the sticks, stuff like that. But if you have a sense of, all right, if I'm having this tempo and you can like tap your foot and stay on that tempo, then you know what I mean, you can rock with us. You know what I mean?
So how can you really get involved with the Drumline?
Oh, easily. You can either talk to me, myself, or Miss Bloom. She's in room 140 in the band room.
Okay.
So you just talk to her, say I want to be a part of the Drumline or whatever, and she'll go with you.
Now, Miss Bloom, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I remember she was like back in middle school because I went to East Norristown.
Right.
And she pretty much she was the head instructor
Yeah,
for
she was the band
Philadelphia
director
Soul,
there. Yeah.
right?
And the Eagles as well.
And the Eagles. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember, I remember in East Norristown, she'd always take us. Well, she'd always like make up a trip to go to the Philadelphia Soul one,
Yeah.
like every year.
Yeah.
So she's very qualified to
Definitely.
to help you guys out,
definitely.
learn.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you came to talk with us. But
Yeah, of course.
so what is your advice for the younger generation, whether it be elementary school, middle school, or even in high school?
Just stay with it, you know what I mean? Because all like drumming, like I said, it's a lot to learn. It's like I said, it's more than just playing the drum. But
Yeah.
just stay with it, like, and don't quit. Because there's gonna be some days where it's difficult. Like, trust me, like I had 2 scholarship auditions like this past April.
Oh wow.
At like back to back, like one week and the other
Yeah.
week. So like I was really like prepping myself. You got to be like really, really focused and really locked in. So my biggest advice, honestly, is just like stay focused and stay with it. That's all. You know what I mean? Keep going and you'll succeed. You'll succeed. It'll be, like I said, it'll be difficult, but
Yeah.
you'll definitely succeed though. So just keep going.
So we've heard the past about your drumming career.
Yeah.
What's the future for you?
I'm going to Bowie State University and I'm going to be a part of the band there.
Oh wow.
So I auditioned and the band director was basically like, we'll see you in August. So I was like,
Right there on the spot.
And he was like, all right, you have a lot to learn, but we'll definitely work with you and help you through the process. And I was like, let's go. So
Wow.
I'm probably never going to stop.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because I feel as though I can't just because, like, I mean, this is like my passion. Like, this is what gave me confidence in the first place. Because, like, without this, I didn't have no confidence at all. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I was just kind of like a regular kid. But now it's like everybody, like, when I'm walking around, like, and somebody mentions my name, they're like, oh, Dad, you talking about the drummer boy? I'm like, yeah. So I've kind of, like, built, like, a solid reputation as far as a drummer. And I feel as though if I stop, I feel as though, because it's like a lot of kids, like, they look up to me or whatever. And I don't want to, like, let them down, nor do I want to let my family down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I gotta say, going back to the 4th grade,
Yeah, man,
playing
it's crazy.
hot cross buns. Oh man, and doing that little concert in the cafeteria.
I remember that.
Because it was for one of the pirate plays, right?
Yeah.
It was. I forget the name of it, of course.
Pirates
but
all over you. I still remember.
You do remember it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that
It
was
crazy.
amazing.
And then like the concert was actually outside that one time.
Yeah. We did. Yeah.
I did.
I do remember,
I remember that.
Now that, yeah.
It was
Wow,
cool.
that's-
It was cool.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I know.
Man, I mean, just seeing you from 4th grade and progressing all the way through middle school
Yeah.
and high school is outstanding, and I'm glad to be a part of it as your friend.
Yeah, man.
And also as a student as well.
Right.
And I got to say, it's amazing.
No, man, I appreciate it. Seriously.
And the process that you went through with Mr. Norristown,
Yeah.
starting off a little slow.
Yeah,
in the
definitely.
beginning of the.
Yeah.
But you really powered through it.
Yeah.
I gotta say, and by the end of it, it was amazing. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know how you did it.
I mean, I told him, because like the biggest problem was the speaker. So I told Faz, like Mr. Rosini before the show, I'm like, look, I need the monitor turned all the way up.
All the way up. Yeah. So you can hear it because that was your
Definitely.
problem, right?
Yeah,
You couldn't hear it.
yeah. So once I heard it, I was golden. So I feel as though I did my best. You know what I mean? I tried to put
Yeah.
on a show for everybody and showcase my talent like everybody else did. Like I said, like Craig, yourself, Mike, Eric Henry, like everybody did a great job. So that was one of the best experiences, honestly, seriously.
And also, I know apart, from Mr. Norristown, you also helped us out here in the video production
Yeah, I
studio
did.
with
I did.
the 10-day film festival. And,
I did.
in the movie that was
Right.
I starred in
Right.
and Tori directed.
Yeah.
You produced like a soundtrack or something?
Yeah, definitely. That was a really good experience. Big shout out to Tori and Cam for giving me the opportunity to do that. That was like really, really great. I saw it on a big screen. It was a really good experience to, I guess, hear my music and hear myself, because like I was kind of doing like a dual role, because
Okay.
I did the music and I also did the effects. So everything was done on the drum set. Like that's why I've been saying like it's a whole bunch more to like drums and percussion than just beating on the drum. Like you can
Yeah.
use that in various ways, and you can like make a lot of money, and you can like be really, really versatile
Yeah.
in that field. So
And I think what the issue is with people is when they think of drumming, they don't think of all the other instruments. They just think of the
Exactly,
set. They just think of
right.
the kit, right?
Yeah,
But there's all these other instruments in
Definitely.
percussion.
definitely. You got the timpani, you got the marimba, you got the xylophone, you got the vibraphone, you got the gong. Actually, the piano is actually a percussion instrument too.
Yeah, it is.
So,
And I'm so like I don't know. Like it's just people think that the
Yeah.
drum kit. I mean, I get that because
Yeah, right.
most
That's
of, a lot of bands play
everybody
with
sees
it.
that, yeah.
But drumline, percussion is not just drums, and I think people need to take that out of it.
Definitely. Definitely.
So, back to the 10-day film, you really changed up your style sometimes.
I did.
Because I watched the movie. Because, well, I was
Yeah,
in
you
it.
started
I
the
started
movie,
it. But I gotta say, like the intro, it was much different than some of the music played during the film.
Definitely.
How did you change up each part?
Since like the film was like set in like different time eras, I went home, listened to some 70s grooves, played it, played around with it, fiddled around, and then I got my set groove for the 70s, and then I did the same thing for the 80s, and then I guess not the most challenging one was the Nirvana, I believe.
Nirvana,
it was.
yeah.
And then I'm playing like grunge rock.
Yeah,
So like,
it
that's
makes
like
sense, yeah.
right, because that's not my style at all. Like I'm more like of a jazz guy and like
Yeah,
gospel stuff like that. But I feel as though like it got me out of my comfort zone. And I'm grateful for it because as a drummer, you really have to be versatile and be able to play various styles of music. So I feel as though, yeah, that was probably the most challenging one. But I loved every single minute of it. So I listened to some grunge rock. And I was like, yeah, okay, you know, it's all right. It's kind of dope.
So you listened to Nirvana from the 90s. What about the 80s and 70s?
Yeah.
Who did you really listen to?
James Brown.
James
Big
Brown,
one, big
yeah,
one,
yeah.
From the
Could see
70s.
that.
And from the 80s, I listened to Michael Jackson. By far. Thriller.
Thriller?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, man.
You
Yeah,
know
well,
me.
we did Michael Jackson for the
For the-
opening,
yeah,
the opening number
bad.
for Mr.
Mr.
Norristown.
Norristown,
With,
yeah.
me and Craig and all
Yeah.
that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, what was it? It's bad. It was bad.
Yeah. That was great.
And I got to say, like, the drums in the movie were just outstanding. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't
Appreciate it.
understand. It's crazy how you
Right.
can do such a thing. With, like,
Yeah.
I mean, even when you did it on the drum pad for us
Yeah.
today, it was outstanding. And I got to say, it was
Practice, yo. That's
well,
all.
that's the thing. And people need to I think people need to understand that it doesn't just come to you. You have
Definitely.
to really work hard
Right.
at it. And
Right.
yeah, so
It's all about practicing, to be
Yeah.
honest. I practice at least 2 hours a day.
2 hours a
At
day.
least.
Really?
Because like my cousin, he plays the drums as well, he's like in like this competition with me, and he constantly says, I guess how good he can, how better he is than me.
Okay.
But like I try to like tell him all the time. I'm like, listen, it's not really all about competition. It's about constantly getting better every day. Cause like my brothers, it's weird. It's honestly like, it's like really ironic. At Eisenhower, I guess like it's like a quote unquote main drummer. So I was the main drummer for like my time there from like 2010 to 2013, and then my cousin Samaj took over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Samaj,
and then
yeah.
now my little brother Jared is there playing, and he's the main drummer there.
Really?
And then my little brother Gabe is up next. So everybody.
It pretty much just runs in the family.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You know, it
saying.
runs
It's
in the
kind of like a
family.
bloodline thing.
Yeah,
So,
well, yeah. So with the drumline, it's very select right now.
Yeah.
Are you looking for like a set number of people? Is there like a plateau you want to
yeah.
reach?
I mean,
or-
anybody can come out to play drums. Like the more drums we have, the better. So we can, I guess, bring more school spirit to the school and also get better as musicians and as people. Because I feel as though drums, it really teaches you like a lot of life lessons as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it teaches you to never be satisfied, never be complacent. Because if I master one rudiment, there's like 30,000 other rudiments that I have yet to master. So
Yeah.
it's all about, I guess, constant improvement, like I said, constant improvement. You got to keep going every time. Because I practice rudiments on YouTube all the time. So when I master one, it's like 30 of them. So you just got to keep going, and you got to keep going, and
Wow.
you got to just keep ticking, never stop.
So has this select amount of people, has that limited you guys at competitions? Or
Yeah.
like do other schools?
Yeah, other schools have
like
way bigger drum lines than us.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Could you estimate?
Right, but that's okay. I guess like we're small but mighty, but we want to like grow the program
Well, yeah, of course.
Immensely.
We're in the process. It's
Yeah.
like the
'Cause
Sixers
it's like
right
the
now.
more
You gotta trust
drums-
the process.
Right.
You gotta
Exactly.
gotta
Trust the
rebuild. It's
process.
rebuilding right now. That's all it
Exactly.
is.
Definitely.
How big are the other schools' programs?
Pretty big.
Like,
The biggest drumline I've seen, honestly, trying to think, probably like 20 kids.
20 kids?
Yeah.
Is that what you guys are looking for? 20 kids
Yeah,
around there,
definitely.
if you could?
Definitely.
Because I think the bigger you guys are, like you guys, your talent's
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
I think more drums though would really add
Definitely.
into the effect of becoming
Exactly.
a better drum line. And I mean, you guys have already won awards.
Yeah.
So I know
Yeah.
that you guys have the talent to do it. You
Yeah.
know. But yeah, I think you guys just need more people.
Right.
And I think that's pretty much
Exactly.
what we're talking about right now. You
Yeah.
know, we want more people to get involved with the
Definitely.
drum line.
Especially like with me leaving, and also like I mean I want to like I guess encourage kids to not like think about other people's opinions too, because like if you say that you're in a drum line, they're like, oh, well, that's for geeks or that's for nerds. Not really. I mean, drums it's another way for you to express yourself as a drummer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said, like I want to give the other kids the confidence that I received while playing the drums. You know what I mean? So I feel as though if I can just pass on the skills and the stuff that I've learned to the next generation, I'm doing my job. So that's all it's about.
That's good. I'm
Definitely.
glad that you're trying to encourage the younger generation,
Yeah.
even when you're leaving, because
Yeah.
that is a hard thing to do.
Definitely.
You know, I go through it with bowling. I
Yeah.
know what you mean.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to get other kids to come out because
Exactly.
bowling, same thing. They
Right.
think that it's not
nerds, geeks, yeah.
exactly. So I know exactly where you're coming from,
Right.
and I really think that more people will definitely come out and
Definitely.
I think right now you guys are going to be very well next year.
Yeah.
Because
You know?
I think the more kids that come out, the more you'll guys be
Yeah.
better. And with Miss Bloom
Yeah.
as the director, I think
Great director.
She's-
great person too.
she definitely is. I know her from me Snarton.
Yeah.
And I got to say, she changed my whole life with
Definitely.
music.
Yeah.
She helped me so much. And so the drumline's really improved your career, with
Yes.
drumming.
Yeah.
How about the other kids? Have they been improving
Oh
as
yes,
well?
definitely. Like my man Ben, like the kid I was telling you about before. Like, I've seen like immense improvement because like Ben, like he's like that basketball player that does dunks in the layup line. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like he can do like stick tricks out the gym. Like it's ridiculous. And I'm like, yo, you got to teach me that. But I feel as though like I guess like he's gotten like down to like the basics and he's learned how to like read music and he's learned how to like hold the sticks. And I was kind of like the same way because me and him kind of share like similar backgrounds or whatever. Like I can freestyle all day, but like my biggest trouble was like reading music. But so I feel as though his reading hasn't really improved. Oh, Anna Vogel as well. She plays bass drum for us.
Okay.
The crazy thing was, when we performed at the Hall of Wonders, she's never touched the drum like a day in her life.
Really?
So she's played the trombone for like years, but like that night, like that day, that was the first time she's ever touched the drum. So I was really impressed at the fact that she got it together and she performed in front of hundreds of people and she did it really, really well. So I'm really proud of her for that too.
Wow.
So-
So you guys really have like immense opportunities in front of
Definitely.
you guys,
Yeah.
just from the drum line.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, man. That's all it's about. I'm really proud of the line, and I hope that I left a good legacy on the students, and as well as Ms. Bloom. And like, granted, I'm going to be in Maryland, but
Yeah.
I am going to try to like come back and help out, definitely.
Yeah, of course. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm trying to help out with the bowling program as well.
Exactly.
So you always want to come back and make
Right.
sure that not everything's looking all right, but that
Yeah.
everything's getting better.
Definitely, because I don't want to like, I guess, accumulate all this knowledge. Because like down in Bowie State, it's only going to get better. Because the band director is a percussionist.
Yeah.
So like when he saw me playing, he was like I said, he said, look, you have a lot of work to do, but like we can really work. I feel as though he can really like work with me, get my, I guess, intangibles right. You know what I mean, and get to like the technicalities of percussion. And once I accumulate that knowledge, I'm definitely going to come back and I'm going to share the knowledge that I've gained down there and the knowledge that I want to continue gaining down at Bowie State to the next generation. Because there's no point in me just harboring it
Well,
and
yeah,
not spreading
exactly.
it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
It's you want to pretty much teach the younger generation. You want to enlighten them with new knowledge that, you know, could help the future out.
Yeah.
So, you know, is there anything like you want to say about the Drumline?
I mean, just come out and play drums, to be honest with you. I mean, it's really, really fun. You're going to learn a lot. It'll really improve you with your relationships. You know what I mean? You can get to meet other students that have a passion for drums like you do. So, yeah, just come out and play drums and have fun and learn.
Okay, good stuff. All right, well, hey, I really thank you so much for coming, talking with us about the Drumline.
Yeah, no problem, yo.
And
Seriously.
really, thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
All right, so now we're going to go back to the tour.